half in the bag.
Here's one we both saw. Keeper.
Yes.
That Osgood Perkins. He's on a roll.
I could see Keeper being a quick one to shoot. Single location.
Sure. It almost felt like one of those like the pandemic movies that came out where it's just like two people in a house, but I think it's more recent than that. Because I think he did shoot all these in order. He did Long Legs, then immediately went to The Monkey, and then immediately went to Keeper.
Does he write? I know he didn't write The Monkey. That's based on Stephen King.
Well, it's based on Stephen King, but yeah, he's written all of his stuff, I believe.
Keeper had bad reviews and ratings, but
even by critics, I was surprised.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
I don't see the problem with it. It wasn't like mind-blowing.
I think it maybe is too slow and vague for people, especially now, like coming off of something like Long Legs, which everybody was talking about, and The Monkey, which is just crazy. And Keeper is kind of more in line with like his earlier, like Blackcoat's Daughter, where it's very slow, it's more atmospheric than story-driven, and I think that's probably a turnoff for people. But I was intrigued, engaged the whole way through. Had some great, weird visuals. The story was more metaphorical than literal, so I think that might have turned people off too. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, it's like a, I don't know, vampire movie or something. You want to simplify it?
It's like a folk horror movie. They're in the woods.
Folk horror, sure.
Which I like. I like those kind of stories.
You want to sound pretentious.
But it's it's a genre. It's not pretentious.
Horror.
Yeah.
Relationships are draining.
It'd make a good double feature with Barbarian, because they're both kind of about that like balance of trusts between men and women, red flags, ignoring red flags, putting your trust in someone that you maybe know you shouldn't, but you're a little codependent. All those kind of themes are running through it.
Themes that also run through Together.
Oh, should we just go right into Together?
What a transition!
They're both two people in a cabin movies, so.
Two people together. Yes.
I liked it for comparing them. I liked Keeper much more. That's more my kind of style.
Yeah.
Even though I do like the body horror.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
been
a
a
while since I've seen
cute
Together.
clips of the movie. Oh,
I rewatched the trailer, and they play the Turtles. Imagine me and you. Imagine me and you. And they actually play the real song. It's not the slowed down creep out version of it. Mm-hmm. But I thought they should play the Rick Astley song, Together Forever and in the slowed down creep version.
Ooh, there you go.
That would have been pretty stylistic. David T. Franco and Alison Brie play a couple whose romance has fizzled out, sparked in their formative, horny college years to fizzle out as adults who realize they may not be the best fit. The point is there's a spooky cave, a mystical cave, and that has some kind of weird effect on creatures that pull them together, and that's the gimmick. Mm-hmm. It's a metaphorical film about relationships and codependency and
staying together when you shouldn't. And now they physically are incapable of separating.
Yes.
It's kind of the taking the metaphor and making it literal, I guess.
Right. It reminds me of an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh.
Wow, that was a weird oh. Shouldn't that have been oh?
I was trying to pretend like I was interested.
Oh, you did good.
Oh.
When Captain Picard and Dr. Beverly Crusher are on a planet and they're captured by something, and they end up in this little prison and they break out, but then they realize they have some kind of weird implant in their bodies. When they get far apart from each other, they become nauseous and ill, and they have to remain close. And then they have a bonding experience over the course of the episode.
But they're not physically fusing.
They don't
in
physically
disgusting
fuse. No.
close-up detail.
No, but it's a bonding and character development episode between Beverly Crusher and Captain Picard, because they were kind of sort of lovers, etc. And they could read each other's thoughts. And it's a wonderful episode, but it reminded me of that. Not at all.
sharing of thoughts and feelings is quite compelling.
I kind of like the vagueness of Keeper more in terms of not over-explaining whatever horrific supernatural thing is happening. Together is a little more spelled out, a little more literally showing you it's a magical cave. So it's just a different approach, but they're both just kind of excuses for these kind of character studies. Both very good. I like both of them.
A film needs a deeper meaning. It needs like, sure, there could be mythology or storyline, or whether it's the vampires of the cave or whatever, but it needs to be about something greater. About as they say, the human condition, relationships, people, and that's why I really, really like the movie Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So I'd like to transition into that if you don't mind.
You didn't actually watch that, did
Americana folk horror. I did. Here's the thing.
I'm boycotting that movie because they didn't give Rich Evans a cameo.
Well, here's the thing. The Rich Evans viral photo of him and the creepy Showbiz Pizza Bear went viral. Then someone made a video game called Five Nights at Freddy's based on the Rock Fire Explosion band from the Showbiz Pizza restaurant. Not to be confused with Chuck E. Cheese. Showbiz Pizza was very regional.
Yeah.
Chain where they had the Rock-a-Fire Explosion, the animatronics in the band. So then they made this video game, and then the video game was successful, and they made a movie, and then they made a sequel, and they never contacted Rich Evans about consulting what it's like to be f***ed by someone in a bear costume.
I cannot take my eyes off Dick the birthday boy. Yep.
Which is weird, because, he got on his birthday, and no one called him.
No. Someone did sneak his photo into the set of the first movie, if you recall.
Yeah.
But that got removed.
Yeah.
Legal saw that and yanked it out of the movie.
Right.
But nobody, we reached out, we said, hey, when you do your sequel, contact us, we'll get you in touch with Rich Evans. He's high in demand, but we'll get him for you.
Now, Rich,
and nobody did.
They really, you didn't even have to talk to Rich about what it's like to get by Billy Bob.
Yeah.
You just had to have him help you with your plot. This movie it was so awful.
Come find us. I will show you the way.
It was so fucking awful. I was curious because I had just watched a very, very emotionally heavy movie, which we will talk about. And then I was like, I could use something lighter. Let me just see because it was a 14% critic Rotten Tomato and like 85% audience.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe this will be fun. My God, it's literally like everyone behind the production of this movie knew they could just throw trash.
Well, it was made pretty quickly, right? The last one,
I think
the first one came out like
clearly.
a year ago. Yeah.
Jackson Pollock made the scripts, okay, and like literally, like you could throw anything up on the screen, and people would go watch it because it's called Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And I haven't played the video game. There's things that pop up in the movie that I'm like, okay, that's a reference to the game, but like nothing in it makes sense, and I had no idea what was happening, even after seeing the first one. But you remember so there's the guy, his character's name's Mike.
Yeah.
And he has the younger sister named Abby, and he is kind of sort of in a relationship with Vanessa, who is the female cop.
Yeah.
Whose father was
It was Matthew Lillard.
Matthew
right?
Lillard, and
That was kind of the twist that turns out that's his father.
Yeah,
in the
he
first
was
movie.
a crazy man, and blah 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 blah. And so like this is a sequel, and there's all these like elements of what could make a good movie, but it doesn't like ever gel. Like they have like Freddy Fest, where there's this big event in the town where everyone gonna dress up like the characters and celebrate, and they show it for like a minute, but it's not like what you think, where all the characters come out and like slaughter everyone.
That's what I was thinking, like the Thanksgiving movie where the pilgrim slasher shows up at the town festival and starts hacking people.
They shot this dirt cheap, I think, and so the little girl is still missing her friends from the first location, the Freddy Fazbear, whatever the fuck it's called, and she's like, I still miss, and she's like, she can't get past it, and the dad, Josh Hutcherson, he's like, you gotta move on, move on, have real friends, and then I'm missing my friends, okay, whatever, and then she turns on the TV. It's 2002, and she's watching like a paranormal ghost hunting program.
Okay.
And then it shows those people in real life, and they're like high schoolers with like a DVX 100 filming a ghost paranormal investigation program, which kind of wasn't really a thing in 2002. They don't have a crew. It's like a YouTuber thing.
Okay.
But it was on like broadcast TV. I suppose it could have been like cable access television.
Okay.
And then there's a second location in the same town that nobody in the first film knew about. That's within bike riding distance of the little daughter.
Okay.
So she ends up going there.
Does 90% of the movie take place in that restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh God, Wayne Knight is in it,
Oh my God.
and I can't even like.
Does Wayne Knight get butt fucked by the bear?
He gets his head squished. But he's like running the science fair, and then he's like, I gotta go to my office and look around in the dark
He's
by
trying
myself.
to sneak out of the Freddy Fazbear place with his can of Barbasol, right?
No, he plays this like awful science teacher who coincidentally runs a robotics class at the school.
At the high school?
Junior high? I don't know. And then the girl Abby is so bad at making robotics. He's like, yeah, you can't take place in the science fair. You can't take part in it because we have to win. We've won 4 years in a row. He's like very driven because he wants to win the science fair. So he kind of like sabotages her so she doesn't enter the science fair and like tank their chances of winning.
I'm proud of my project.
Okay.
And he like breaks her model.
Is this a horror movie or a Full House episode?
It's very strange. And I was like, okay, Wayne Knight's a robotics expert. He's gonna end up at the restaurant and then reprogram one of the robots. It's gonna.
Nothing?
Nope.
Oh.
The opening of the movie, there's a little girl who sees Matthew Lillard drag off a little boy into the kitchen, and none of the parents will listen to her.
Excuse me, there's a boy who needs help.
Go tell your parents.
Please, there's something wrong.
Go tell your parents.
And then Matthew Lillard is about to kill the boy, but she picks him up and like walks out with this little boy who's exactly her size. I don't know how that little girl had the strength to do that. It's very strange.
Okay.
And then Matthew Lillard stabs her in the back.
Oh my God.
So then her ghost haunts the building. But there's a special new robot in this other location called the Marionette. That is a creepy marionette that comes out of the ground. And then the marionette can be possessed by the little girl's ghost, and that ghost girl with marionette combination can then possess the living, where the living person's face turns into a marionette's face. But also the other robots also are mad at parents for not listening to kids, so they go out and try to kill any parent.
Okay.
Oh, and then at the end, there's the ghost of a dead child who just appears in their house and says, I have to go now.
Oh, that's a reference to the video game, Five Nights at Freddy's 3, Freddy's Revenge.
It's a clusterfuck. And it's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Okay. Well, if it makes you feel any better, apparently even big fans of the franchise don't like it.
Oh, okay.
So-
I mean, it did $200 million at the box office.
Well, of course, but you can only do that kind of rug pull once. You have your movie that does well, and then you slap together a sequel, and if it's shit, that's the end of it.
Okay.
So,
They'll still make a third one.
well, maybe.
They set up. There are 2 post-credit scenes.
Oh, God damn it.
There are 2 to continue this legacy.
Does Chris Evans show up?
Yeah.
Steve Rogers will return in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Doomsday.
Like the story was so haphazardly slapped together and nonsensical, and I don't say plot holes very often, but it's literally filled with them. Like the paranormal kids that they get killed in the thing, and no one ever looks for them.
Are they set up just to be killed then, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Wayne Knight gets killed at the science fair in his office, and he's like running the show, and they just continue on and they hand the trophy off, and no one ever asks where he's at, no one ever looks for him. And then days later, no one ever realizes he's dead. It's just like they just don't care. Like, that's a nuisance.
I think I had read that the guy that created the game that all this shit is based on, I think I'd read that he wrote the script for this one. He didn't write the script for the previous movie. He was just like, whatever, creative consultant. And they just put him in charge of writing this one. So that could explain it if he's not really familiar with screenwriting. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to see the third one, right?
Yeah. Well, our final topic of discussion, I think, might be my favorite film this year. But that's very hard to say because it is a bitter pill to swallow. It is.
You can't say you enjoyed watching it, but it's successful at what it's doing.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'm talking about If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
If I had legs, I'd kick you.
The bathroom has water in it. Go quickly! I don't like how it feels when I saw it.
Just stay there, okay? Just hold on.
Mommy!
Hey, we just got home, and you would not believe.
I did not watch the trailer for this.
No, I didn't see the trailer
I
either.
saw the title and A24, Rose Byrne, who is also fantastic. Rose Byrne, Conan O'Brien, and A$AP Rocky
Yes.
together at last. And I'm like, what a cast. What is this? And I thought it was going to be more comedic because of the title. And I was like, what is this about?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a dark comedy. You got
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien in it.
Right. And a lot of times I don't watch trailers. So I was just like, well, let me just start this up.
One anxiety attack later.
And I felt like I was going to have a heart attack throughout the entire film.
Just put it back in! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, my god!
I don't know what happened, but
Stressful. Consistently stressful. Both in what's happening and the way it's shot. Because it's about this woman, she has her daughter. We never see the daughter. That's a very deliberate choice that we always hold on Rose Byrne.
yes, it's about Rose Byrne. It's about a mother. It's about motherhood. It's about a woman struggling with, God, literally everything.
Well, specifically, an angle that you don't see a lot in movies that I don't think anyone wants to talk about is the idea of almost like resenting the fact that you had a kid.
Yeah.
Like, it's very dark subject matter to go into. No one wants to like confront that.
And yeah, the thing is they won't show the daughter, and that's obviously done deliberately. And the daughter's sort of irritating.
In a real way, though. In a way that kids are.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Babadook, the kid in that movie. I know some people can't stand that movie because they think the kid's too annoying. It's like, no, that's just like what kids are like.
But the inciting incident in the film is there's water leaking in from the apartment above them, and the girl's like, "Mommy, I feel water," and she's like, "What? What?" Because the daughter has to have a feeding tube in her every night, and she has to fill this IV bag with liquid nutrients and blah blah blah, and then the ceiling caves in and the bedroom floods the apartment, and So they have to go and stay in a hotel that's nearby the house. While the husband, he's like a ship captain or
something like that.
Or like a cruise line. I don't know. He has a uniform, but he's away and he's always just like yelling at her on the phone. And she's like very quickly just checking out of life.
Well, the hole in the ceiling kind of is clearly metaphorical too, because it never gets fixed. It's just like constantly there. So that becomes a running thing throughout the movie.
At one point, the hole strangely looks like, I don't know, I don't want to say vaginally.
That's fair.
It looks like there's flesh in it. It's very like trippy. And then there's parts where she sees like weird sparkle stuff. There's like the universe. And and the hole in the daughter's belly. A hole is the theme, and it's clearly like there is a hole in her.
Yeah.
She's missing. There's a void in her life, and she does not know how to cope with that.
When was the last time you tried cocaine?
What do you mean? It's a very popular drug. I like it.
There's a scene where Conan O'Brien is like a therapist, and she's talking to him, and we don't know the relationship there other than therapist-patient, but then it turns out she leaves and goes down the hall to her own office.
Yeah.
She's a therapist. And
I was thrown off by that at first.
yeah, you're like, what's going on? And it's this idea that like Conan he's really like cruel to her. He's not very helpful or friendly. He feels annoyed by her. The people who are trying to fix the hole, they're also kind of distant and annoyed. The one guy leaves to go mourn his own mother.
Yes.
So there's a very strong theme of motherhood and voids or holes in one's life. And so she's like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then Christian Slater's yelling at her on the phone.
The group that she goes to, none of them like her.
The guy, the parking lot guy, everybody's awful to her. And
this could all be exaggerated because we're all basically seeing it from her point of view.
Yeah.
So there could be a little bit of that too.
Unreliable narrator thing going on.
The whole world's against me, that kind of attitude.
Yeah, but she's basically like, and then she has that one patient.
The lady with the baby?
Yeah, who's like having a complete breakdown, and she abandons her baby with her.
Yeah.
So there's this very strong theme of like motherhood and a mother that is you're asking too much from one person. And so she leaves the baby with her. Of course, a male cop shows up and it's like, oh, give me the baby, whatever. And all of her patients are all people that are much younger than her. There's the vapid Gen Zer who's talking about her stupid friends. There's the young guy who's like in love with her. And then there's the young mother. So she's basically, even though she's their therapist, she's also mothering her patients. And she's just like at her limit. So ASAP Rocky he hangs out at this hotel. I don't think he works there.
I think he's just hanging out with the girl that works behind the register.
The girl that works behind the register, she's got like the unibrow. I think she was on AP Bio.
Okay.
But Rose Byrne is just like drinking and she's leaving her hotel room because the machine's on for the daughter. So she's like, I think they're kind of representative of her like just wanting to just escape her life and just be young again and do like
carefree,
irresponsible things. So she's buying wine
but she's in a position where she should not be irresponsible. She can't be irresponsible, but she still longs for that.
Yeah. She wants to hang out with ASAP Rocky and smoke weed, but she keeps telling him no, and it's just a whole mess of a movie.
And it's shot and presented in the most anxiety-inducing way possible.
Yeah, and that's like reading through some of the reviews. They're like, it's a great film, but you'll be miserable watching it. And I don't know, that makes a great film for me.
I mean, it depends. If you're not in the mood for that, obviously not. Then go watch Stranger Things. But
but I mean, like Rose Byrne is like, it's all close-ups of her, and this is like I don't know.
Well,
this is Oscar stuff.
Oh yeah, she's great in this, and she's good in everything. I never watched. She was on an Apple show, right?
So Rose Byrne is on. She should be on Pluribus.
Sure, she'd be great
because it starts with P. So she's also on Platonic with Seth Rogen, but she also did a show called Physical. That is also a very similar kind of character. She must have certain things she likes to pick.
Well, that's what I wanted to
character
mention.
starts to go crazy and fall apart.
Yeah, I mostly, she's on that Seth Rogen show. She's in those Neighbors movies with Seth Rogen. So I think of her as being in like comedy stuff, even though she has, her natural face is like the saddest face you've ever seen. She always looks sad. And that's just like the way she looks. That's her default face. So she's perfect for something like this. But I always think of her as being in like comedy stuff where it's like they're not utilizing her properly.
Her performance in this is fantastic, and then the ending is great. It's a slightly ambiguous ending, although I have a theory of what exactly happened.
Oh.
But we won't talk about that.
Yeah, this is when you don't want to give anything away. Just go into it blind.
Yeah, don't expect to have a great time, but just appreciate the performances and the artistry of it and the way it's shot. I mean, the director's first time director.
I don't know anything about the director.
Mary Bronstein.
Okay.
And I don't know who that is. I think it's like a first-time director.
Okay.
But
Probably done some shorts or something.
Who knows?
Well, now's the time after doing this movie to go in a different direction. You don't want to make another movie that's miserable like this. Show you got some range.
You said what you had to say about how awful it is to be a mother.
Everything is under control.
That's what I appreciate about like Oz Perkins. Like every movie he's done 3 in the last year and a half, but they're all very different from each other. Or like, we won't go into it too much, but Eddington, I watched that. That Ari Aster, he's another one that kind of does many different types of movies.
Tell different stories.
I think some people wish that he would just keep making Hereditary over and over, but I appreciate that he makes, even though it didn't work for me, Beau is Afraid, big, ambitious, crazy movie. Eddington, social satire that was very divisive, even though I liked it quite a bit. But yeah, it's a good time for directors like that, I think, because the studio movies are so generic now that people are kind of turning on them and going to see, stuff like this. So
yeah,
more of that. It's a good time for feel bad movies. There's been lots of miserable movies lately. I guess we could mention Welcome to Derry. Did you finish it?
I did, yeah.
Since we talked about the first couple episodes, it didn't shit the bed. It was pretty good.
Sharted the bed.
Sharted the bed.
Just a little bit.
The military's plot line, blah, that's so generic. But I thought it...
But you got to do something.
But you got to do something, I guess.
I mean, you don't really got to do anything. You don't really need a Derry program, but if you do, you got to do something.
Yeah. I liked it more than that second It movie.
Yeah.
They gave you enough Pennywise stuff. Bill Skarsgård is great. They give him a slightly different look through the second half of this, where he's just like blood, dyed blood, which looked great. So,
when he's like shimmying down the lake, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And that was a nice end. Instead of going in the sewers, they're on the ice lake, and it's all very, very heavily effects laden.
Nothing is as bad as that. I think the third episode where they're riding their bikes on the green screen. That's when I was like, oh no, I'm done with this show.
That was the low point for sure.
But I kept up with it, and it was engaging enough. I liked it. I liked the revelation that time works differently for Pennywise.
Sure.
It kind of felt like just a lame excuse to work in those movies and explain how they can keep doing this show because he's traveling backwards in time. I don't know.
Kid actors were good,
That was another highlight.
Yeah.
The little girl with the glasses. What's her name?
Yeah, she was great.
She starts off so unlikable, and then her and Rich, they're kind of budding romance, and how that ends up. Not a super deep show, but in the in between something like Pluribus and Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Definitely inspired by the success of stuff like Stranger Things, but not done quite as dumb.
That's a very fair analysis. It's watchable. It's
Not quite as dumb, question mark. That's my critic blurb for Welcome to Derry.
Yeah. So some plot threads, different characters, enough stuff going on to where it doesn't feel like it's dragging.
Yes.
Or spinning its wheels, trying to expand the mythology of the it creature a little bit, and without going too overboard. And then they did an adequate job.
Yeah.
But would I watch more? I don't know.
I probably would for Bill Skarsgård. I just like him, even though I don't necessarily love the design of the character. They make him too overtly creepy. That's why I like Tim Curry. He just looks like a clown.
Yeah.
But his performance is great.
Bill Skarsgård's performance is great. The voice he does.
Yeah.
That's 2025.
Yeah.
What happens now?
What are next?
What are next?
I don't know.
Well, From is coming back in January. I'm looking forward to that.
That to me feels like a lost situation.
No.
They're just gonna keep. No. Okay.
They present mysteries, but some mysteries have been answered.
Okay.
Questions will be answered. Yes. Yeah. There's some stuff coming up. Last season of The Boys.
Oh yeah. Mandalorian and Grogu.
I'm done with Star Wars. I don't watch that shit no more. The Star Trek, Starfleet, Flop Academy is coming out.
Even people that like the modern Star Trek stuff saw that poster and they're like, nope.
They showed a scene too to get people excited, and it's been called the worst scene in Star Trek history by even the Star Trek bloggers.
Captain, I'm picking up sources of tachyon interference 100,000 kilometers to port.
Reinforced titanium? Tachyons?
Don't panic, breathe! Breathing is your friend!
Let me know if that changes.
If we could avoid another direct hit, that would be super helpful.
Well, let's not total the ship on our first run.
Now this is the power of math.
I would rather eat my own face than watch Starfleet Academy.
Okay.
Like, take a razor blade and cut pieces of my own face off and eat it.
But Mike, think of the views.
I would help their views out?
Oh no, we would get views.
Oh, we would get more views than the actual show.
Probably,
I heard from an inside source the viewership on the Strange New Worlds program.
Mm-hmm.
It's in like the thousands.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like maybe tens of thousands.
Okay.
Like a very, very low-end YouTube channel.
Well, the solution then clearly is to keep dumping more money into it.
Like 12,000 views for the entire season, 14,000 views, something like that for the entire season.
Now,
I don't
because we
know.
have to clarify this, are you joking?
Why do I have to clarify? I said I heard from a source. I don't know if that source is reliable.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I'm just repeating what a source told me.
All right.
But most importantly, no more Stranger Things until the spin-off comes out.
Oh, you know that's coming.
I figured you would have watched Five Nights at Freddy's too.
Why? Why the fuck would I watch that?